So today I will talk about the marine environment and the biodiversity monitoring from the shallow to the deep. So as Henri and Karen previously mentioned, Port Réunion has launched a strategic project which aims at providing the port industrial and economic development while ensuring environmental sustainability. 5 years ago, an action plan, that is the Natural Heritage Master Plan, was implemented. This master plan is a guidance plan based on inventories on the flora, on the fauna and habitats of the terrestrial and marine environments. It manifests Port Réunion desire to preserve ecologically sensitive sectors and to pursue a responsible land and sea use management policy, complementing the development of port-related activities. For the first time, natural habitats and its diversity were identified, catalogued, mapped, surveyed, and assessed. As you can see on this map, this is all the natural marine environments that have been surveyed in 2017. So the port has therefore improved its knowledge on its own natural heritage, enabling to better integrate it into their development project. So as you can see on the Port East and on these pictures, we can find on the surveyed sites beautiful coral reefs inside the port, the East Port. Along with these coral reefs, shallow coral reefs, we found also a beautiful forest of gorgonians, including soft corals that are very important ecological engineer species for groupers and important commercial fish species. And as you can see on the right pictures, we also found new species for science, such as a crinoid, an echinoderm that is right here. So I have to precise that this Natural Heritage Master Plan is a voluntary environmental approach that is based on points that is avoiding when there are developmental projects, avoiding, reducing and mitigating and compensating. Next. So surveys in the marine environment were conducted in the shallow zone, but were recently enlarged to the Twilight Zone. So the Twilight Zone is not a new Disneyland attraction, neither a vampire movie for teenagers, but it is actually the unscientific way of referring to a very peculiar place in our oceans. It is a transition zone where the natural sunlight is dimmed as depth increases. There is, this is where we find habitats that have been rarely assessed by most recreational scuba diving. So this Twilight Zone is called the mesophotic coral reef ecosystems. What are the mesophotic coral reef ecosystems? They are composed with light-dependent corals and other associated underexplored diversities such as gorgonians, soft corals, black corals, and other organisms. They are found and typically occur between the depth of 30 meters and 150 meters depth. So as you go down to the reef slope, the pressure increases and you will notice changes in marine communities along the vertical gradient from the shallow to the deep. And due to the difficulty of assessing this depth, mesophotic coral reef ecosystems are understudied and until recently rarely considered by the scientific communities. However, they are being suggested to play a crucial role in the resilience of coral reef ecosystems globally and they may provide important refugia for fishes in the face of climate change and increasing anthropogenic pressures in the shallow coral reefs. So the main objective of this research project will be to understand the biodiversity of mesophotic coral reef ecosystems. To do so, we will explore the habitats and try to characterize the communities below 30 meters depth. So as you can see on these pictures, this is the diversity of habitats in the mesophotic coral reef ecosystems in the Atlantic Oceans. And as you can see, they are very diverse, with like forests of sponges, forests of gorgonians, seawalls, rhodolite beds, and they are composed with a myriad of species, of fish species. These fish species, were recently documented in Réunion Island, and as you can see on the pictures, they are beautiful, and most of them have never been seen on the water alive. So I will try to assess the demography and the dynamic of coral population in the mesophotic coral reef ecosystems. And gathering all this data will help us to design an action plan for the conservation and the management, the sustainable management of a mesophotic coral reef ecosystem in Port Réunion and more broadly in Réunion Island and in the region of Southwest Indian Ocean. So to conclude, I would like to highlight a recent discovery that we have done on the southeastern coast of Réunion Island in Sainte-Rose, where we have discovered an unexpected mesophotic coral reef ecosystems composed with beautiful corals and beautiful hydrocorals that are that may be very important for providing refugia for a huge diversity of fish species and vertebrates. So this study has been done in collaboration with Port Réunion and other academic, private, and research institutes, and with non-governmental organizations that you can see on the left side. So this study is freely accessible, so don't hesitate to have a look at it. And if you have any question, don't hesitate. So thank you very much for your attention.